What is good, my fellow gamers? Welcome back to the MattyO channel. Today we're going to be talking about some top secret intel that just came out of the secret spies of YouTube. We're talking about something so secret that even Susan Wojcicki herself says that it does not exist. We're talking about a list of words that will get your video demonetized if you use them in your title, thumbnail, whatever. That's right, despite YouTube's insistence that there is no such thing, no big list of words that will get you demonetized every time, all the time, there now exists one, thanks to some research by YouTubers. Link in the description to Nerd City's video, where the intel comes from. The list was generated by adding a title and description with the words in question to a short video that was not demonetizable on its own, but when certain words were in the title and the description, like the word acne, for some reason, then the video was demonetized. And the same title and video with that word replaced by another word would not get demonetized. Now, as a small YouTuber with less than 1,000 subs, which by the way, you could help change by hitting that subscriber button right now, clicking that notification bell, and becoming a subscriber to the MattyO channel. Thank you so much, it really helps me out. I really have no horse in the game. I mean, a while back, YouTube made a change where you can't make money off YouTube, you can't be part of the YouTube Partner Program unless you have over 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, and I don't have 1,000 subs, so I really just don't have a horse in the race, you know? And because of that, I'll be using these demonetizable words in my videos, so you don't need to worry about me jumping around the subject because I don't really care. And there are some really strange ones, and I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't make fun of the list. So let's jump into some scenarios. So let's say that you're an old man, and you just have a channel about being old. You know, stuff like how you read the same newspaper twice a day, how to make the perfect bowl of oatmeal, and you know, maybe chronicle your struggle against arthritis. You know, you put up a video that says, "My Arthritis Story" by Old Man Jenkins. Well, you better move back to the old folks' home, old man, because you're being demonetized. I mean, what kind of advertiser would want to promote on a video about arthritis, you sick, sick old man? Nobody does. That's right, arthritis is on the demonetizable words list. Not really sure why. It's not very offensive, at least in my opinion. I've never heard anybody get offended by the word arthritis. But don't worry, it gets more ridiculous. Let's move on to the next thing, right? So this same guy, this same old dude, says, alright, that's fine. I won't post about my arthritis anymore. I'll talk about my home country. No, not my actual home country, but this guy's. I'm an American. But our old man is a Brazilian, right? So he's like, I'm going to talk about my great country, Brazil, in my videos. Well, sorry about that, Grandpa, because Brazil is also a demonetizable word. I mean, you gotta be less offensive if you want to be a YouTuber. Come on, the word Brazil, that's enough to emotionally scar children. Have you no soul? Do you really think that we want to put a Coke ad on that kind of stuff? No way. Alright, he says, I won't give up though. I'm going to put up videos about myself, you know, as a guy named Jared. Of course, our old man being named Jared has no idea that Jared is also a demonetizable word. And I mean, the YouTube algorithm looks at him and goes, what did you just say? Did you say Jared? And he's like, yeah, my name's Jared. What kind of place do you think that we're running here, buddy? We don't let people named Jared onto our site. We don't let them make ads. I mean, didn't you see what happened to Subway? We don't want that happening to us. Come on, dude. We're not going to let you onto our platform. No way, Jared. No way. And now you guys have an idea. The list that was compiled is over 1,000 words long that are demonetizable. And a lot of them are adult. Oh, wait. No, I can't use adult. That's demonetizable. A lot of them are offensive, and, you know, you'd expect them to be on the list. There are a lot of slurs, you know, stuff that YouTube, you can understand them not wanting ads running on that kind of content. But there are a lot of words that make absolutely no sense. Like I said, I'm not afraid of saying them, so I'm going to say it. I just got the pass, and I'm going to say them right now. Some of my favorite words on the list are activation, alert, allegation, Asians, cheat, coffin, Colorado, committed, delivery, Dick Cheney, employees, enjoyed, Illinois, implementation, Maryland, Minnesota, Oklahoma, and even just the word demonetized. I mean, come on guys, we just got random dictionary words, countries, half of the goddamn United States of America, and even just a person's name on the list. And don't worry, these are just the ones that have actually been found, and these are just the ones that jumped out on me on the list of stuff that's already been found. There's still stuff on there that I didn't even see that's just as ridiculous as these ones, I guarantee it. It's just ridiculous. And if you make a video about how these words are demonetized, you get demonetized too, because the word demonetized is demonetizable. What? Well, it's a good thing that I wasn't going to be making any money off this video anyway, because I'm definitely not going to now. But Nerd City's original video focuses on how this affects LGBT creators, because a lot of the words on the list are things that they might talk about in their videos. But I'd argue that that's way too narrow of a scope. This doesn't just affect them, this affects literally everybody. With words like the ones I just read on this list, it's insane. The reach of the demonetizable demon is everywhere. Take, for instance, iNabber, another commentary YouTuber, right? It's commonly known, his first name is Fraser. So let me put it this way, the word Fraser is on the demonetizable list, so he can't put his name in his title or his tags without getting demonetized. Isn't that insane? This stuff is wild. It affects everybody from the LGBT community to the conservatives, from the commentary community to the storytime YouTubers. We're all being hit, from Jake Paul to Tana Mojo, everybody's going down. And the list that we have right now is only the stuff that's been discovered so far. These guys had to put tons of hours into compiling this list, uploading, downloading, changing the names, all this stuff. They put so much time into it, and they've only found 1,000 words. There's got to be millions of words that are demonetized. It's insane. And we'd never really know about this stuff if people didn't take the time to go through and find the list, because YouTube kind of hides it. And it's not entirely their fault, but the fact that they have no idea, no guidelines to help with this, it's insane. Oh, and the best part is, because of the way that the list is generated, it probably changes frequently, so there's a chance that the demonetized word list that we have already found has already changed, and that some of the words on it right now aren't demonetized, and some more ones are. Now, of course, YouTube uses a machine learning algorithm to determine whether or not a video is demonetizable. Now, many of you gamers out there won't know that your boy has a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science, so let me explain in broad terms how machine learning works. Basically, in this case, you start out with a machine learning program that's going to be completely, absolutely useless. It learns based on trial and error. It hasn't built up any data at the start, so it doesn't have anything to work with. It just does it more or less randomly at the start. You give it an input, in this case a video, into hundreds or thousands of different permutations of the same algorithm. Now, some of the bots will get it right, and when a human reviews it, they'll approve it, and then the whole thing will kill off the older ones that didn't get it correct, right? So all the ones that didn't get it correct are gone now. And then it generates more permutations based on the one that got it correct. So every time, every generation, it's generating more and more based on the last one that got it correct. And they keep testing each other over and over again until you get something so complex that humans can't understand it. Basically, every generation, the algorithm gets smarter because it, chose the right thing. And every generation, it gets more and more obscured from human vision. And it repeats indefinitely or until you're satisfied. It can never stop learning if you don't want it to stop learning, basically. In the case of YouTube, we can tell that it's still learning. Now, during this process, the actual algorithm has grown so complex that not a single person on Earth could understand it if they spent their entire life researching it. YouTube probably doesn't actually know the list of demonetized words. They probably have no idea exactly how stuff gets demonetized because of the nature of machine learning. However, they do have an idea of what they're giving to the reviewers, the human reviewers who are giving it input and telling, hey, you were right, hey, you were wrong. They know what those guidelines are. So if their guidelines say, hey, we got to demonetize anything with the word Fraser in it, well, there you go. That's why. But more than likely, as Nerd City points out in their video, it has to do with the countries that they're outsourcing the work to, because you're not going to pay a bunch of American workers American minimum wage to sit there and hit yes, no to all these videos all day, when you could pay somebody in a foreign country a lot less. So they're probably outsourced to, the countries that people outsource this kind of stuff to, China, India, places where, number one, English is not the top language. Number two, they have a little different viewpoint on everything than we do, so stuff that we in America see as more acceptable is less acceptable overseas in certain countries. For instance, Nerd City made the point of LGBT creators. There are a lot of countries where being LGBT is illegal. So there's a lot of countries where, it might be a little more biased. And if they have data centers hosted in those countries, then, the algorithm's going to be more biased just based on the human input that's going to it. So YouTube could probably give us the guidelines that they give to the reviewers so that we would know exactly what the machine learning thing is learning from. And that would probably help us out just a lot. A lot. But there's still not much we can do, because even if we have those guidelines, we don't know how the AI is interpreting them. Because we live in a world controlled by AI overlords, and it's insane. They're not really controlling much, but they're controlling the work on YouTube. So imagine if you went to work every day, 9 to 5, but you didn't have a boss. That boss was the time clock, and it decided how much it wanted to pay you randomly. Because that's basically what's happening on YouTube nowadays. And it's all kind of ridiculous when you think about it, because the concept of demonetization makes no sense at all anyway. Google owns both YouTube and AdWords. They know how the system works. Ads are not based on the video that you're watching, they're based on you. They're tailored for you, the things you've viewed on Google. It's all based on you. It's not based on the video that you're watching. So if you watch a bunch of monster truck videos, you're going to get a monster truck ad. That's just how it works. Ads don't really take into consideration the video's subject that they're being put on. They just take into consideration the demographic, your interests, all that. Nothing that has to do with the video itself. And ads don't imply endorsement at all. So the fact that YouTube demonetizes people because the stuff that's in their videos is something that companies might not agree with makes no sense, because ads are not implying endorsement. It's all chosen by robots, like the other thing. It's insane. But it all happened because people got all angry and they're like, oh, this person's getting ads and we don't want them to get ads, so we're going to attack YouTube's advertisers for no apparent reason. And the advertisers have no idea how it works, so they just pull out their ads and it hurts YouTube. And it's a whole mess. But it's all the people who... This whole thing is basically because of the people who whine to advertisers, saying, oh, PewDiePie's being mean, he shouldn't have ads, all this. Basically, that's why. And it's their fault, personally, that people named Jared who live in Brazil with arthritis and acne cannot have YouTube channels discussing their lives. And that is disgusting. So when you want to get mad at somebody about that, you can get mad at YouTube for not putting up the guidelines that they give to their machine learning algorithm to us, not giving us any kind of idea, at least how they think it works, because they have to have some general idea of how it works, even if they don't know exactly. They could at least give us that. But they don't. Don't only get mad at YouTube, get mad at the people behind going after advertisers, and next time somebody says, hey, let's go after the advertisers on this, say no, because it just hurts everybody. So what do you guys think? I personally think that YouTube is causing its own decline through systems like this one. And if you liked the video, remember to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell if you're new around here and you've watched this far, because you probably enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, have a good day, and God bless you.